The NBA has all kinds of rules. There are violations, fouls, flagrants, technicals, and so on. In the NBA, players, coaches, and teams are always trying to bend these rules. Therefore, it may be surprising to find out that the NBA itself is cheating. The NBA rigs its own draft to increase revenue and interest in the league. Originally, the NBA draft couldn't be rigged. The teams' picks were determined by the previous season's record. The worst teams picked first, with exception to a territorial pick. After 18 years, the NBA went away with the territorial pick and switched to a coin flip to decide who would get the first pick between the two conferences' worst teams. Some theorists believe that the coin flip was even rigged. In the early 1980s, the NBA was not doing well financially or from a fan standpoint. Big market teams were not producing, and fans did not like the idea of teams tanking for early draft picks. These things put pressure on the commissioner, David Stern, to make changes, and that's exactly what he did. David Stern had the opportunity to fix his problem. He introduced a new format of the draft that de-incentivized tanking and created some excitement. He created the lottery, which is believed to be named after the massive amounts of money that the draft would create. The lottery was a random drawing between every non-playoff team to see who got the first pick. Fast forward to the draft, Stern wanted the Knicks to receive the first pick because they had the biggest market and needed a star. So he had their envelope frozen so he could feel which one was theirs. In case that didn't work, he had Jack Wagner bend the corner of the envelope on the ball. Jack was a business partner of Gulf and Western Industries, who were an 81% owner of Madison Square Garden, which is the Knicks' main sponsor. In this video, you will see Jack Wagner hit the envelope on the ball bending its corner, and therefore showing David Stern which envelope to grab. It then cuts to the final two between the Knicks and the Pacers, where it is revealed that the Knicks will receive the number 1 pick, Patrick Ewing.
The drum will now be turned to further mix the envelopes, and then I will conduct the drawing.
That is Jack Joyce. He's the head of security for the NBA, spinning the drum. About 6 turns, I think.
The team whose logo is in this envelope will have the first pick in the NBA draft.
Dave DeBusschere.
The second pick in the 1985 NBA draft goes to the Indiana Pacers.
The horseshoe works. Basketball is back in New York City, my friend.
First pick in the 1985 NBA college draft.
As you can imagine, this is a New York
gentlemen. Congratulations
here at the Waldorf Astoria. And I don't think David Buscher believes it yet. Well, maybe he does by now. He's got the car.
Stern couldn't rig the draft every year, so he waited a decade until the Magic were developing into an exciting team in Orlando, with rookie sensation Shaquille O'Neal. Stern saw an opportunity to boost revenue in another big market. So magically, the Magic won the lottery pick and traded it to the Warriors for Penny Hardaway. Him and Shaq did wonderful together, and so did the Warriors in the big market of California. Stern's plan was working well with these new star-studded teams. In more modern times, the lottery format has been changed to make it so the worst teams have better odds to get the first pick. In this new era, the Cavs have been very lucky. This luck started in 2003 when they had a 22.5% chance to win. They got lucky and ended up getting our generation's best talent, LeBron James. This brought huge popularity to the Cavs, so when LeBron left in 2010, it left Cleveland broken. this is when the Cavs' luck gets suspicious. In 2011, the Cavs got the number 1 pick with a 19.8% chance. In 2013, they got the pick with a 15.6% chance, and in 2014, they got it with a 1.7% chance. The chances of them receiving all 4 was 0.012%. These talented picks allowed for the return of LeBron James to Cleveland. All these picks throughout the years, like LeBron, Kyrie, Ewing, and many more not covered in this video, have all been set up to allow big market teams to rule the NBA, and in turn make the NBA incredible amounts of money. If everyone knew all this, maybe they wouldn't be surprised to learn that the NBA did in fact cheat its own draft.